the reality.
I noticed that, and
I can
it's
talk
so
about anything.
refreshing.
Well,
I
thank
mean,
you.
I love that. Usually I'm the one, and I get tired of that. You know, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I'm a motor mouth.
Oh, but it's so wonderful to hear somebody actually speaking something that isn't bullshit.
Yeah,
You,
those are
you
true
know, like you were
stories.
saying,
Everything that
yeah,
you
I
said,
know, I
that's
know,
all the truth.
I know, and
You can't make that shit up.
no, so you, they need to tell the stories again in a sense.
I
Just keep
and
going.
I edited a lot.
Tell that story. Well, yeah, you have to a little
Man.
bit. This
Oh
is
yeah.
going
I
on
mean, it's so
Facebook.
vast. It's insane.
It's
I'm
so
just glad I have a
fast,
memory.
it's insane.
You know.
Me too, bro.
And that's what people, they tell me, being down and out and stuff. Even Hope said this. He says, well, at least you still have a mind. I said, yeah, even my hippie friends tell me that. And he just grins at me. He's just like, wow, you are a piece of work.
Mais oui, monsieur.
All right, maybe I'll learn some French. If I can learn how to enunciate it. Tweet.
It's not necessary, mon ami. Everything says beauty. C'est très bon.
I heard this thing on NPR
Yeah.
about America's fascination with France. And the one thing that really sticks out in my mind is when you go to France, they don't ask you, so what do you do? It's not a question. They just have some wine, have some cheese, eat, and relax.
Listen to our crazy accent.
Right, they're not after the status quo bullshit.
No, not, well, there are two classes of French people. There are the people, whom I dearly love, and then there are the bourgeois snobs.
Right.
And bourgeois is the
French
word for them. And
for them?
For them.
Oh, for them.
The bourgeois. And they wreck France to a degree, you know.
Right.
But how can you wreck Paris, you know? It's not possible. Paris is, you know, Morrison knew that. He did a real good thing by leaving his grave there, you know.
And another thing about people that live in Paris, they don't go to the sites. They don't go to the tourists. It's kind of like living in this town. You just, I love the museum, but I don't go there.
Yeah. State Street's okay and small toasts.
Yes. Well put.
Well, I have to go there once a month. Pay my rent.
Yeah. I have to go over to the post office occasionally.
Shoes up and down. I used to have a P.O. box here. 20191.
The reason I have P.O. Box 113
yeah.
is my drunken buddy, who will remain nameless because we're talking about official business here.
Yeah.
The post office. His brother runs it. And so I came back to town and I said, I got to get a P.O. box. I have to have an address for SSI.
Yes, exactly.
And so I need a P.O. box. Can you set me up? I mean, I can almost drive by my car and look through the window and see if I have mail in my box. It's front row. Old-fashioned little tiny box. I said, I don't need a big box.
Right.
I just need a box for the letters.
That's it.
He says, I'll get it done. And he got me 113, and I'm like, God, that's just perfect.
Yeah, it's what, $48 a year now.
And yeah, I know.
Well, I had it, and I had it for a long time.
No, 48. No, it's 48 for 6 months.
Oh, there you go. See, that was too much. That was too much for me to go, so I let that go.
Yeah.
And I'm really sorry.
But you know what? On a cold, rainy night, I could sleep there.
Why not?
I only did it a couple of nights.
Now, there's a house. Do you know the old Heath House on Sola? By the church there in the park?
Oh, really?
It's the Heath House, and what it is the first property. It's the second property on the right if you are walking down Sola from State. From
To the-
State to Sola.
to the
it's
east
the
part.
second house toward the ocean.
Oh, towards the ocean.
The second house toward the ocean. If you're walking
Oh,
that
right,
direction,
right,
you
yeah.
know. And the thing is they have this porch on the front of it that's rather extensive. And there's a side
Victorian.
door thing on the side, and you can sleep under that porch, and it's waterproof. You can take the board and get in there, and then you can put the board back over the front.
No hassles.
Nobody's going to bother you. Plus, there's always the backyard of that place where I used to have a garden, and that's kind of cool. It's got a cover. It would keep dew off of you. But if it started raining, there are cracks in the floor up there, and it would come through. But for fog, it's perfect. And yeah, so Sola's another place. Add it to your repertoire.
Another one of my haunts is the Naomi Schwartz building. On their back
Did you know
porch.
Steve, the guitar player? He used to play on State Street a lot. He played like classical music on a steel string guitar on his dobro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, he's
How
gone.
tragic.
Yeah, it is. You know where he used to sleep there on the place, let me see, just before you go down under the freeway on State, coming this way.
Right.
The last place that's on that side of State.
Right.
He used to sleep in that little alcove there and had to deal with a guy who lived upstairs, you know, and never bugged him about it. I heard that's where he died too, so.
Yeah.
Bless his heart, what a loss.
Really a loss.
Yeah,
And you
I
know
met
the
him
people-
in San Diego on his boat when he was sailing it down to Puerto. ¿Dónde? Puerto. Wow, I can't remember now, but it's one of the best little anchorages. It's just got a hell of a long channel to get into it. And it shifts constantly, so you have to have a local bring you in.
You know where his main venue was, right there in front of Anderson's?
Yeah.
You know what those fucking assholes did to him?
No.
The waiters and waitresses, because he was making bank.
Yeah, he was.
They got envious of him and ran him off.
I don't doubt it. That's when he went to play up on.
That's what killed him.
Oh yeah. He used
Well,
to go
that
to
heroin and
Thailand.
vodka.
Yeah, and he used to go to Thailand and hang out there for like 6 months in the winter
And he
time.
played down at the harbor too.
Yeah, he did.
The guy was good.
I used to play
I
on
used
the
to
wharf.
sit and watch him and go, "Hey man, I play slide guitar and I really love what you do." And he's like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
That was about all he had to say.
He was real humble.
Very humble.
He didn't have much to
I
say.
said, "Man, you're the shit."
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he can
was.
play Ode to Joy with slide.
Oh
Which
yeah.
is something I've tried to do. I know Ode to Joy. Oh, there's another story.
Pick up the guitar when you're able and time.
Yeah, I'm getting. I wish I had some weed, but anyway.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm so
don't worry
low.
about that. You know what? I need to curb
Here,
my habits.
You're gonna have to hold it upside down and lighter it.
Yeah.
But there's
I don't like torturing
good
people's
couple of-
pipes, but if you invite me to, I will. Oh, here's another trick I use. I'll smoke through here, which is really kind of cooking it. But
yeah,
I'll
right.
try it this way first.
Upside down, and remember that it's got the carburetor there.
Right, which
There you
usually
go.
burns my finger. Though.
And nice and slow, long and slow. You got to put the finger on the carb, brother.
I'm gonna heat it first.
Oh, I see. Long and slow, long and slow.
I think it's toast.
Here, give it to me. See if I can make it work.
Another reason I smoke pot into my cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what butane looks like on the bottom of the stainless steel spoon? Charcoal. You're a master. you're like Tommy Chong. That's who you're, my man.
There's one more in there. You gotta hold the carb and just hit it, and it'll.
Ah, damn! I always burn my finger.
Well, don't have the hand over it. and hit hard so you can draw the pen into the bowl part.
Now try it the other way.
Do your thing.
All right.
Instead of my hand over it like you had, I put my hand under it as the flame goes up.
Right.
And if you didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty logical.
No, you're fucking great, man.
But
I had a great time over there, fuck. It'd be nice if you moved in, man. That's the reason to go see Bradley at Cares. He'll help you get in here.
I'll coordinate Hogue.
Be sober when you do. Coordinate with Hogue and say he knows him.
I demand to see Bradley.
That's it. That's it.
Nothing less.
Nothing less. I'm here to see Bradley.
Otherwise, I'm leaving.
Bradley Crable.
Crable.
Crayble.
Should write that down.
Yeah, I believe I have his number in my little phone somewhere.
I have to get back on a phone. Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Well, no. See, there's a phone. Long distance, free, whatever.
Really?
Yes.
Speaking of which, before I do that, I need to talk to my friend, my mansion builder.
Go for it.
Thank you. Six. And it is Saturday. And then how do you activate which button?
It's actually Sunday.
I can't read.
Oh, okay, and the yellow button. But that's speakerphone, so turn it around now. Turn it around. You can, because you're on speakerphone. Turn the whole phone over 180. Perfect. Now talk into the microphone now.
It's Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Cool. It makes me closer to payday.
That's right.
He's probably out having lunch.
Hello, Peter. Please leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hi, Pete. I'm without phone. I'm at a friend's house. I better give you a buzz and just check in.
You want to give them the number? Let me know.
You can reach me at
962
962
6084.
6084.
That's it.
Thank you. See you.
Yeah, I'll take messages for him. Anything.
Fucking hey. Oh, you'd like this guy.
Well, we got to hook you up. So if you need to come here and use this for any reason, your son, whatever the hell you feel like doing.
Thank you so much.
Well, no, it's just these are the facilities.
You are a mensch.
Well, these are the facilities that I'm lucky enough to have, and if I don't, for one, sharing is fun.
Yeah, I know.
You learn a lot. But for two, we do have mores and morals, and we have a purpose on Earth, and it is to help one another. The fact that there are lonely people on Earth is really a statement about our culture.
Selfishness.
There were no homeless in the 60s. Do you remember that?
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
70s.
There were no homeless, man. And then, well...
I chose to be homeless in the 70s.
Oh, fucking A.
Where's my freedom? God
Part of the life
is
part of the lifestyle. Fucking A. I got no ties on me, man.
The first time I saw Humboldt in the Redwoods was 1972.
For the record now, there's a group called Project Healing Hippie Home. And I'm working with them on Facebook. And I've got basically some listings up in Humboldt. And these guys have money. And it's going to be a group of people all living together. You could get in on that. I'm certain that within 6 months they'll have the house. And then you can go up and help them run it, because you have experience with communes and open things. Well, a lot of these younger folks don't. And they have somehow, sometimes hidden agendas, and this, that, and the other thing, and you got to be a focalizer within the group there. But it would be also a place to house you.
Yeah, you gotta mince that shit out because it destroys.
It
all those
destroys
hidden agendas.
the energy. And at least,
Exactly.
a lot of these guys are healers and shit.
That's why I got away from communal situations
Right.
because of all that BS. I just went, you know what? I've had it.
Well, I got to tell you, the young people these days are hip.
They are.
They
and
are
they
the
work with
hippies.
guys our age.
They
and they
do.
respect us.
They
if they're
do.
intelligent.
If they're intelligent, right?
Exactly.
Because they understand what we were all about. You know, the only reason the revolution never, well, it
Transpired.
did
It
take
kind of
place. It took place.
Cocaine.
Well, it took place in the form of, right now, long hair's cool. They use a lot of words of ours on entertainment, you know.
Right.
And there's a whole bunch of food, horticulture. Humboldt changed horticulture around the world.
Yeah.
With the SpaghettiOs and all that, you know,
Right.
sneaky shit. So, you know, we are everywhere, and we're supposed to be that way. Now, what am I doing? I'm doing my Gmail, that's right. All these listings up there, and so you can get in on that. Do you have a Facebook
No.
page? We're gonna have to get you on. You know.
The only reason I don't is that it like scares me. I was like, you need a friend. I'm like, you know what I told Facebook? I said, I don't have any friends. I just went adamant. I had a laptop for a while, but it broke down.
Well, that's okay. We're going to get you something. And you can always just come here and use one of these computers.
Or mobile.
Well, you can use one of these anytime. This is your one-stop. We do it. We'll fix the computer. We can have computers that you can use. We got the studio so we can record a bunch of shit while it's happening to bring other people along with us, kind of thing. So yeah, Janet Pastorius and Linda Desire, both of these are listings that I got, and listings for.
Find her.
Where is it? Okay, here we are, and this should come right to one of the. Okay, go ahead and allow everything. And you go ahead. Yeah, good. We're good to go. So allow.
Yeah, there's people I want to find.
Sure, brother.
And I went to that when I had my Hewlett Packard, but they wanted $39.95, and it's just like.
Okay, so we're looking at what's this one here?
The
Okay.
11X would be fine. I don't even know what kind of computer you have there, but these newer ones are cheap. They're like $249. That would be fine for me. And go back into screenwriting. I was writing a screenplay. I don't know if I told you about that.
Not yet. So
It's already been stolen.
This place has redwoods on it and a bunch of other stuff in the northeast county. Great piece of property, 3 springs and some timber. Working on easements and other issues with the title company. Call with questions. So I got all these beautiful listings. They asked me to do this yesterday, and I got on it, and this is my response from these people. They emailed me. Linda and her friends.
Oh,
so.
properties.
Yeah, right.
Deer Creek.
So they want, some property, hopefully with a house on it, so everybody can land there.
Right.
And then from there, with the land, you go and build outbuildings.
Man, I saw a listing for a piece of property in Ojai for $79,000.
Oh, that would have been a grab.
With nothing on it. But it said water.
Good enough.
I think it even had a pad. And I looked at that. I was talking to my friends that have a little more bank. I talked to my friend Pete, who builds mansions.
Right.
Who now, he had to have his girlfriend. This guy builds mansions. And he had to have his girlfriend who cut my hair.
Yeah.
Pay his rent. And no problem. And then she left. $1,500 in his box, and he went. He saw 1,500 cash in his fucking desk drawer. He's like, "What's this?" She goes, "I'm spending money for whatever you need." He went, "No, no, 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 no." He's got too much pride for that. And he's like a country club kid. He grew up in Rustic Canyon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he went to it's a Catholic school down there. And he's a bad boy. But the guy that put...
So are you, Daniel.
Well, you want to listen to a story. He grew some marijuana, lived next door to Randy Newman.
Oh, cool.
And Randy Newman came over and he was wedding L.A.
Yeah.
And he said a big blonde, and Pete said no. What's the word? A big bold redhead. He said, "You gotta make her a redhead, dude." It's L.A.
That's right.
And he can actually lay claim to that, and I believe it. You know, you don't make shit like that up. And he is a bullshit artist. And the braggadocio, and he talks too much, and when he gets drunk, kind of gets obnoxious, like, well, a lot of us do. But he's a hell of a guy.
Yeah.
He's a lion of a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like Ernest Hemingway. You know, he's just big, bold, brash, big nose. Yeah, I got a big dick. Get out of my way kind of guy. You know, which is, you know, he's he's German-Irish. And he's a badass. Been swinging, building houses since he was a kid, and that was his dream. His dad asked him, his dad? Ever hear of Charlie Tuna?
Oh, yeah.
His dad came up with that whole ad campaign.
Wow.
But he died when he was like in his 30s. Then his mom died a couple of years later, so Pete had to pick up the pieces for his younger underlings. And it's funny because Pete's like 6'3", and his brothers and sisters are all my size. But his brother Matthew was the guy that put cameras in cell phones.
Well, thank you, man. Because that's one of the reasons I liked having this. Was for filming cops doing bullshit.
Yeah, you want to talk shit? Here, we got vocal and we got video action going on your ass. So you better fucking keep your ducks in a row, or I'll indict your ass.
So this
Peter Gerlach.
This lady just on Facebook just said, "Have you ever taken LSD? Or do you ever trip on acid?" Is what she said.
Do you even need to ask?
And so what I said was, "Who hasn't been to the wild creatures of this art? Who hasn't been to the wild creatures of this art?"
I don't really consider it. It's not Osley quality, but it's very clean. But I have the connection in town.
Very good.
Remain nameless.
Oh yeah.
Should call him, but I don't have his number. This is the maddening thing about cell phones.
Well, you will certainly be able to use the facilities and recapture what you can out of the experience.
Yeah, I've done it before. It all comes back.
Sure.
Hook or by crook.
I'm really sorry it has to take this bend in the road for you, but there we are.
Well, it's my karma.
Well, I love you. That's all I can do for karma is love the heck out of it.
But,
well, you know, there's nothing else to do, man.
Yeah, really?
Why would anybody consider anything else?
Well, you convolute and you start going down a funnel of your own demise if you don't reach out.
It's just like it's just like at the horizon of the event horizon of a black hole. Absolutely. It's nothingness. That's it. I love Michio Kaku's explanations of black holes. We got to get your computer, bro. We'll do it.
Michio Kaku is definitely one of my heroes. And people go, well, he's kind of nah. I go, shut up. He brings the cosmic to a mediocre person like you. So
That's
shut
right.
up.
He brings the depth of it all. His string theory is pretty damn good explanation of how
And he
things
questions
work.
it. Him and Hawkins go back and forth, and they
Oh,
argue.
they do.
And in a very gentle way.
And Hawking has taken the humble, had to bow his head and say, you know, after further review,
Yeah.
I see that you are right,
Yes.
Professor.
Yes.
So it's not a, you know, Kaku is by any means a bullshit artist. He has a very earthy human way of transposing all that knowledge.
Hanging out in a bar with, you're talking astrophysics.
And talking astrophysics and in an understandable way. He's really got it, you know, good that way.
He
makes
steps
it
back.
for the layman.
I love the way he steps back.
That's right.
It's like, I'm not the authority.
No.
Let's leave this to imagination. As Albert Einstein said, indeed, imagination is more important than knowledge.
He also said, if a cluttered desk is the sign of a cluttered mind, then what is the sign of an uncluttered desk? An empty mind, of course.
Exactly.
You know,
Which is a Buddhist philosophy.
Oh, yeah.
Which is cool, too.
That's why we're Buddhists. All of us, we just don't know it yet.
I do.
Namaste.
Thank you, Alan Watts.
One hand clapping. Oh, that's very good.
That's my answer.
That's very good. That's very good. I always just do like this because, you know, it's just the resonation.
Which is also very good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like a butterfly. I watch these yellow butterflies, and I sit there at the Bowling Green.
Yes,
I go, other than their beauty, what purpose do these things serve? They don't even pollinate anything. They just flutter around and fuck. And they're beautiful. They're flowers that fly around in the air.
That's a beautiful kind of thing there, kind of flowers.
Here's another one. I'll give you this image. I love the Bowling Green. And the people that bowl there are all retired professionals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scientists, guys that fly F-16 jets, that can talk about the SR-71 and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they come over and talk to me. Well, you know what the saving grace is when I lay there in the shade. There's a nice little shady spot there. And I get a piece of cardboard and roll out my bag, got my pillow, and I just lay there and play guitar. And they're just like, who the hell's this guy? He's obviously not just a fucking loser. And I'll have my beer right there, you know, tucked away. And they know I drink. And they all drink too. But they they say good morning, how you doing? And I had another point that I was going to lead to here, but I just here, this story. So one day I hear a kill of crows. There's 20 crows just cracking the storm, and I go,
Ravens.
Okay, where's the hawk?
Ravens.
And I find the hawk. And the hawk's up there, and I look up further, and his wife's way up high, waiting for Dad to find some food. And these crows are chasing this hawk.
Oh yeah.
And he's just floating, not even fluttering a wing. And these crows are just flapping their wings, crowing, chasing this motherfucker. Get out of here, you motherfucker! And they're just wearing themselves out. So it starts with, like, I'd say, I don't know, 30, 20 crows. And it dwindles down to about 12. And then it dwindles down to about 9. And it dwindles down to about 4. And when it gets down to about 4, he just flaps one wing and just scoots away. And it's just like, wow. And I thought that was really beautiful to watch, how graceful that is.
Yeah.
And then the next thing that happened after he disappeared and went and joined his wife, the crows are around. Guess who starts badgering them? Magpies. Fucking with those hawks. Just fucking with them hard. And so who's on top?
Nobody. There's, one man's ceiling's another man's floor. It's all
Exactly.
relative.
Right. And just the beauty of nature, watching 3 degrees of birds just coexisting.
Doing your
Badass
thing.
world.
That's it. And it's not getting any prettier. We gotta save this planet.
Yeah, we do.
We're down to about the last minute.
Well, I'm thinking of going to work for Telephone.
Well, we should set up our own little fund. You can telemarket on this phone.
I'd rather do it on a phone than a computer. Because I used to be a phone slut.
Your voice, you should broadcast as well.
That's another thing. My sister, my brother, and everybody tells me, why aren't you on the radio?
Well, we can change that.
Yeah, we can.
Get a show out there on KCSB.
I went out there and checked it out, and well, the first thing they wanted me to have is one of these, and it just like blew me out of the water. I went, well, I can't afford one, and I don't understand how to use it. And then I had one, I had a Hewlett Packard 6500, beautiful computer. And if my friend Pete Gerlach, who builds mansions, he was ready to throw it in the dumpster. And I said, whoa.
Well,
he said, now that you mention it, I know this guy that knows how to computer. And this guy was slick. He came in with flash sticks, installed Windows 7, gave me Office, gave me all that shit. I was just like, wow, that's a lot to play with. So, and that's when I started writing my screenplay, which is about a guy who, the best line I wrote was, okay, this guy is like typical guy, we're all pretty much the same, We have potential genius if you apply it, and if you don't, then you end up with an empty desk.
Basically, I agree full-heartedly
And so,
on every count.
His dad said, son, here's my suggestion for your college education, which I'm going to pay for, back in the good old days when that used to happen.
Yeah.
And he says, if you don't get a master's degree in business, then you're going to be ending up working for somebody giving you the business, which is a line my dad used to use, giving you the business.
Well, that's it.
And so, he spent the year between high school graduation and entering college hitchhiking around, right? Finding his freedom, finding his own personality, finding himself.
Following his bliss.
Which hitchhiking is. You want to find yourself?
Hit the
Go
road.
stand on the freeway and stick your fucking thumb out.
Well, that's
I'll
right.
guarantee you'll find yourself.
Well, it's humbling. All these people pass you up.
I did Montana in 1972.
Wow.
One way and back. And when I came back, I finally found myself. So, he goes, gets his MBA, finds a job, gets a stunning wife, has twin daughters. By the time they're in their early 20s, they're already in grad school because, of course, they're both brilliant. Right? This guy's basically right in the middle of a stat sheet. He's just Joe typical MBA, stunning wife, ranch home, 2 stunning, brilliant daughters in grad school, and the wife gets bored with him and starts hanging out with her girlfriends, and they go shopping and they do all the,
ladies' night.
And he's finally at the end of his rope, and he's taking care of everything financially. The mortgage is paid. The girls are in college. It's all paid for. His wife turns into a you-know-what. I won't use the word because it's kind of obnoxious. It's one word that my sister will not tolerate. You know the word is.
Women don't.
Starts
like
with a C.
I know women don't like
the C word, and it stands for can't understand
normal
thinking.
That's exactly.
I told my sister that last weekend, and she laughed her ass off and chooses Jehovah's Witness. I can talk to my sister about anything. Anything.
Yeah, she's a pretty righteous Jehovah then.
Oh, I can show you some photographs. I haven't said it in a minute. She's got a 610 and she's very good. And so anyway, so the guy decides he's living, they're separated now.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the house, the girls are in college. He's got his little, efficiency apartment, right, or condo or some sort, because he can afford it. But he's got a private stash of money after all the bills are paid. He's got about $200,000. And he goes, gee, what do I want to do next? And he flashes back to when he was 17. And he goes, what was I doing when I was 17 before I got this MBA? I was hitchhiking. So, and he's also has an avocation playing guitar. And he's got a nice guitar. And he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell the key to my condo and fucking liquidate this fucking place. I don't need this crap. I don't need any of this. What I need is a backpack, a sleeping bag, and my guitar. And it's been a long time since I had a drink. So he walks down the street after he sells the key, and which they do commonly these days. They'll give you a pretty good price on it. Like he needs money. So he walks down the street. He sees a little deli, little liquor store inside of it. And he goes, I think I'm going to go get me a fucking sandwich and maybe a bottle of hard, like a half pint of Jack Daniels, and maybe a beer. And I'm going to go over to this park across the street and get back into what I really love to do. Now he's homeless, right? He's got his guitar, he's got his little flask of whiskey, and a beer. He sits down at a picnic table and starts playing. And, he kind of scopes out the area and he goes, there's trees over there, I could sleep under there, that'd be perfect. And so he does. And of course, officer, I forget what I called him, officer, some good Irish name, comes up on him and goes, sir, what do you think you're doing here? He goes, following my freedom. And he goes, well, sir. And they go in. He tells him about his background, what street he lived on. I lived on Whitaker Street, address such and such. My wife lives there, and we're separated. And basically, officer, I'm following my freedom. And he goes, well, you seem like a pretty good guy. I mean, you're not all that fucked up. But I'll tell you what, when I come by here tomorrow, you better not be here. He goes, okay, that's agreeable. And so he bumps into this old codger with his dog named Jasper. And the old man and dog Jasper, he goes, so, looks like you're down on your luck. He goes, no, I'm not down on my luck. I'm just trying to recreate my life. I'm done being a businessman. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of fucking ripping people off and making money off other people's money.
That's it.
And so the guy goes, really? He goes, well, are you looking for maybe a position in life to where you can, you know, like get off the street and maybe do something cool for people? And he goes, well, what do you have in mind? Well, I know this house down the street with some retired folks in their 70s, and they could use a handyman. He goes, really? You know,
Yeah.
I'm a little handy. I know how to paint. I know how to pound some nails. I know how to rake leaves. I know how to do stuff.
Wow.
I know how to clean.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, I think this is a place for you. And then it turns into a sitcom. You've got 4 retired, very smart people,
Yeah.
and the rest turns into a sitcom. This idea has already been ripped off.
Yeah, but in real life, you practice that and you have a better time rather than a negative time.
And I got to come up with a new screenplay. Yeah, Judy and the Sky with Diamonds. She used to be a. She made clothing for Hollywood sets.
Mm-hmm.
She was a clothier. She was a what do they call them?
Seamstress.
A seamstress, but more than that, she was a Boswell. You know what a Boswell is?
Oh, no.
In theater,
Yes.
when they do costume changes real quick,
Oh, yes.
that's where Velcro came in real handy.
Like
It's a quick change.
a Bosley would come
Boswell.
in. A Boswell would come in and help them dress.
Yeah, when you come off the stage and you got to
They
turn
have
into
it all
another
right
character.
there. Yeah, right.
Bam, bam, bam. They redress you. You
Yeah.
just stand there and they just fucking dress you.
Right. Exactly.
So she did all that.
Interesting.
Very interesting lady. Smart as a whip. Lives in Rustic Canyon. Well, she lives 3 doors down from Larry David.
Oh. Small world.
Yeah. And Pete turned me on to her. And so I got on the phone with her and I said, well, I'm thinking of becoming a writer. And she said, you know what she told me?
I'm going to write it for you and everything.
Okay.
So, that'll get you. Hold on. Hit it. Hold it.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. Is that spice?
No.
Pot?
Pot with hash.
Oh, wow. Mm. Let me go clean myself up.
Do think Yeah, we don't do spice.
I tried it once, I said, fuck that. I tried DMT, I said, fuck that. It does not work my mind. Cocaine. Like my mind.
Cooking don't make me crazy.
And she said, I said, I'm thinking of becoming a writer. I want to write screenplays. She said, son, you are a writer. Don't ever consider yourself anything else. I was.
Wow.
She said it sternly. She said it very sternly.
Because you have to stand your ground
Exactly.
when you make that kind of commitment to yourself.
Artistic commitment.
I'm going to write someday as well. I decided, I never thought I could or this or that or had the wherewithal to do it.
Because it's kind of a elite thing in your mind, right?
Right.
Like, ooh, you gotta have
to
respect.
put it on words, right? It's hard to catch the thread again.
And now with this,
yeah, makes it easier.
yeah, spell checking.
So you're going to teach me a lot by being and doing what you do, And hopefully you are affected by this
Oh, yeah.
environment in the same way.
Oh, totally.
Well, that's what it's about, man. And when that, two creative minds can share like that, then you've got something.
That's true.
So,
Teamwork.
That's it, brother.
I'm trying to think of all the teams that created great music, and there were always a team, or a husband and wife. Like, I'll give you an example. Woody
I need somebody here.
Woody Woodpecker, Wood Montecito. And he goes to his wife one morning. He goes,
Lance. Walter Lance?
Walter Lance. He goes, see those birds out there? That's my next character. I'm going to write a thing called Woody Woodpecker. What do you think about that idea? She goes, that's brilliant, honey. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over to the piano right now and write a theme song for you.
I play that.
I do.
Doodle-doo.
And it swings.
Yeah, it does.
I love swing.
Oh, so do I.
Well, we were born in that era. When we were when we were in utero, my parents were listening to Benny Goodman. My dad was a trumpet player, piano player, singer.
Right on.
And then he grew up into a grumpy old man. And so I used to, when I was playing blues, I used to do this just to fuck with a band. We'd be playing a shuffle, and I'd start making it swing. We had this couple at Art's Bar. I don't know if you remember Art's Bar. Oh, what a great little place that was. It had a sprung hardwood dance floor.
Wow.
And the acoustics were sweet. And Art was a son of a bitch. I mean, oh God, here's more stories. One night after the gig, and I used to swing it because we had this couple that would swing dance, right? They were couple dancers, and they were beautiful. They were both statuesque, beautiful people. They had the right shoes, and they came in one night just on a whim, and they heard us playing blues, and they went, "This is perfect. They're playing shuffles. We can dance to this music." And so I kind of caught their drift, and I'd look at my bass player, Jerry White, and I go, "Jerry," and he knew the look in my eye, and I would take a shuffle and turn it into a swing, and get the whole band just swirling on a swing, and Jerry would just stand there and giggle like a little girl. He thought it was funny, and these dancers were like, "You guys are fantastic." We're like, "Hey, we don't even rehearse.
We're fantastic."
Yeah, we're like happenstance. We're just doing what we do because we play music. And they loved us. So after the gig one night, we all go up to the bar. And I'm sober at the time. And I had a really nice Stratocaster. 88 American Special with the Wilkinson and the whole 9 yards and the main squirrel pickups. And God, I love that guitar. And so we're all sitting at the bar. And somehow the conversation went to, "So what do you do for protection, Art?" And he goes, "You want to see some protection?" And he goes into the back room, brings out an old 44 revolver. And the thing has got, you can see the bullet in the end of it, and he slams it down the bar, and he goes, "Yeah, anybody comes in here and fucks with me, this is what'll level them. Nobody fucks with Art. Nobody. I don't need no fucking stinking police department or any of that.
I don't need
just all badges." And this guy's like 5'4", but tough and smart. He goes, bam, and we're like, holy shit. On top of that, one night, months later, he goes, "Well, fellas, can you do me a favor? I'm going to go home early." And he drove a Cadillac, of course, red, SDS. And he said, "Boys, I can trust you. You just close up the bar, and I'll see you next week." Or no, he did kick us out, but he left the back door open. And we're sleeping on the porch, because we didn't have anywhere else to go. We're partied, we're drunk, we don't want to drive. And the door is open. Needless to say, and I was drinking at this point, We all went in, and my drummer goes behind the bar. He goes, "Boys, what do you want to drink?" And I go, "I'll take a double Jack Daniels right now with a beer back." And we all sat there, and we didn't go overboard. We didn't drink the place dry, and we were just having the fucking time of our life. But we also had a conscience. We were like, we don't want to fuck Art over. And, you know, booze is not that expensive. That's not his high end. It's his labor and his rent, his insurance and all that.
Yeah.
So we left him a note and said, "Art, we owe you this,
Bing, bing, bing,
this,
man.
this, and this. And thank you very much." You know what? When we talked to him next, he said, "Gratis."
Gratis.
Yep.
Full of great stories, man. That's so positive.
Is that amazing?
Yeah. And that's why I guess, if people, because I'm only me because of all the cool people I knew that crashing our couch or that did this or fed me.
Or dead or moved.
You know, whatever.
So here we are.
Yeah, and then basically lost a lot of friends on the way, but I haven't lost them. I mean, they're just, they're just in the parallel universe. Because the energy I'm
so like Leprechaun is an enigma.
Oh, my goodness.
When I lived in Isla Vista,
yeah,
we were park fixtures, and we used to drink. Man, we used to drink. I'm amazed that my mind still works. We would sit in Little Acorn Park, and I was the beer runner, and the guy that was selling the cheapest, we were drinking Cobras exclusively. One day I saw 40 Cobras, because we didn't throw the bottles in the can, because there's so much recycling going on. We just lay them out in the park. I counted 40 pounders. There was about 10, 12 guys sitting around pounding beers all day, playing guitars, talking shit, and smoking weed. And so Christmas time rolls around in Isla Vista. It's a ghost town. And so Kim at the Six Pack on Pardall, and he kind of didn't, very like stern Korean. "So, what do you want? You got exact change." That kind of attitude. And when Christmas time rolled around, after I kind of had been a frequenter there, I used to panhandle in front of the place as well when I needed to. And he'd come out to give me shit about that. I'd go, "Look, I spend my money in your store. What are you bitching about?" Finally, at Christmas time, I brought the hammer down. I said, "Kim, here's the deal. You got SOS, you got Dave's, which sucks, and the Isla Vista Market, which sucks even worse. And then you got those jerks from Vietnam down at the little store down at Acorn Park. Now, seeing that everybody's out of town, the only people that are going to be purchasing your most prized, precious items, cigarettes and booze, are the homeless. And guess what? I'm going to make myself in charge, seeing that I'm the runner that always comes here and gets bags of beer. And now that all the students are out of town for 2 weeks, you're going to have me to deal with." We have this thing in America called rapport. When you're a frequent customer to any business, there's a mutual respect in America. We are not your slave, and you're not our slave. You provide a service, we come in and spend our money. And if you don't start treating me with respect, I'm going to take everybody's business elsewhere, and it might just sink your ship. You get my drift? You can talk to Joe Walsh on that.
All right, we got the Hussey. She's taking on water. We're about 50 yards, due north of Stearns Wharf. That's enough of that. Let's see how much trouble I got. Okay.
That's not ham. That's
That's very
Ship to
high
shore.
frequency VHF. Yeah, handheld.
I have a friend, a dear friend of mine, who was my connection for a while. I met him in the parking lot when I wasn't even officially in the parking program behind the county administration building. And one day I saw this guy, and he's in a yellow and white, I don't know, 72 VW bus with a sunroof and an antenna. And he's bald, and he, in a way, does look like my fellow with the antenna and his bald head.
Yeah.
He's an engineer. He's really smart. He sticks his head out, and he's got a bowl in his hand, and that antenna sticking out. I go, wow, my favorite Martian. And he looked at me and just cracked up. He said, I've never had anybody describe me, but, you know, really, when I think about it, yeah, you got that right. Yeah, I kind of do look like him a little bit. And he doesn't have that jaded face, but the bald head and the antenna, and him sticking his head out of the sunroof with a bowl in his hand. And I said, I noticed you like the herb, and this is when I had my shitty Volvo. I said, oh, God, I love that car, though.
Yeah.
Well, it was an 84 240 DL station wagon with Swedish tan paint job.
Oh,
With
man.
dents all over it and, like, tape hair. And, you know, but it ran good. It had gator backs all the way around, disc brakes, and real mags. It didn't have the funky wheels. It had those radial magnesium wheels. I love this. I bought it for $400 right down the street here. I was riding my bike from USA Gas. It was going down Castillo, and I saw this car. It said $500 on it. I sat there and I looked at it. I mean, for a good 30 minutes going, could I actually live in this thing? It's pretty ugly. I don't like the paint job. Faded Swedish tan.
Mm-hmm.
Is what one of my friends called it. I never forgot that. I thought to myself, and self said, go to the bank. You've got this much money left, and this is back when you could do direct deposit advance.
Mm-hmm.
I went, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to ask them for a loan, which I know I'm not going to get.
Right.
But I'm going to give them a ration of shit just because I like giving bankers shit. And I tell them, I go, I know they're not paying you enough, but you represent Wells Fargo, okay? So you're going to have to take it right now. This is what I think. Why won't you give me a loan? Or anybody else, business people I know. The guy that I know that builds mansions can't get a loan from you. So don't give me this crap. You guys are greedy, and you get your money from the same place I do. And the guy goes, where's that? The Treasury Department.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm on an SSI check, you're a banker.
People forget that.
Yeah, well, thank God to Stephanie Miller and that other chick who quit, Randy Rhodes. Twitter. Anyway, they go, no, your credit rating is, I said, what is it? 0. I said, so I don't have bad credit, I don't have good credit. I go, how do I establish credit? They said, get a card at some, go to Nordstrom's or something and buy something and pay for it, and that's how you establish credit. I go, I'm homeless. I don't need any of that crap. I buy my clothes at thrift stores. I live on less than $1,000 a month. What are you, out of your mind? And I said, I'll tell you what, you're going to make money off my ass right now because I'm going to go out and pull $300 out of my bank account. Direct deposit advance. This is when I could borrow $500.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 100, and I pulled 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down and called the number, and the guy, a really sweet guy, used to race C-Class Formula One.
Mm-hmm.
And it just dumped $900 into belts, hoses, all the stuff that you need to put on an old funky 1984 Volvo motor, made it run good, and it had gator backs with meat on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at this car and I went, man, this is nice. He said, would you like to go for a test drive? I said, most certainly. I wouldn't buy it if I couldn't. So I went and took a little test drive. The thing is totally straight. Take your hands off the wheel, straight.
Wow.
And the motor, clean as a watch. And I went, well, here's my offer. I know you want 5, but here's 4 $100 bills. Take it or leave it. And he looked at me and he went, most certainly. And he said, well, I see you're a guitar player. And I said, that would be correct. I don't carry this thing around and it doesn't have a gun in it for no reason. And he said, well, you might be interested in something I have. What's that? He says, I've got an old Gibson guitar with Hoyt Axton's signature on it. I went, man, I just gave you all my money. I said, I would love to look at it, but there's no way that I could even make an offer on a guitar like that. That's worth 10 grand minimum.
Mm-hmm.
It's a J45. And you know what? This is one of the worst things I ever fucking did in my life. I never went back and visited the guy. And he's just the nicest man. He took my $400 gladly. He says, you enjoy this vehicle. It's a good work vehicle. And I said, yeah, if I could find a job, basically what I'm thinking about is living in it. And he looked at me quizzically like, really? I said, yeah, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in it for 3.5 years, and I love that car. I used to sit in the front seat and play my Squire Strat with my microcube. I turn on the blank put radio and listen to jazz every morning. That's one of the ways I learned how to play music. That car improved my musicality 1,000%. Because I used to just like play at music because I'm a lead guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just throw my emotions at the situation.
A noodler.
Yeah, noodler. And the way I figured that out is that I used to bring a boombox to our blues jams, and I listened to myself playing, and I went, "That's fucking disgusting. That is lazy, mindless." And I love emotions.
Don't be too hard
But
on
you
yourself.
you can't build a career based on pure emotion. You have to have some real kind of like mindfulness there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pour on the emotions at the appropriate moment. And so I listened to that and I really cleaned up my guitar playing at that point. And then there was that night. Da, da. I gotta play that for you. But you know what? I need to go get another beer. If that's cool with you. I don't think I'm acting too... Am I slurring my speech yet? I always ask that question.
Well, on that note, we got an hour and 3 minutes. We're going to upload it.